All right, trappers, we are out here today taking advantage of the early ice. Gonna come out here, flag some of the bank dens that these muskrats out in these houses are coming up and tearing up the levees and the bank dens. There's quite a few rats out here, not quite as many as last year. I took 511 that I skinned off here. Left probably 70-80 small ones to the raptors and the owls, and gave a couple boys all my medium and a few large ones. So probably took a total of 900 off here last year. But show you what we're doing. I'm sure you've seen it before. We got the rats coming up here. This is the levee between the two bodies, more or less. It just comes out to a point right here by the duck blind. Rats are tunneling up in here. And we get the side view out of the sun. You got the, you see where the bubble trail's coming out, going along, and going out to the houses. They come in here, they're boring into the bank. You can see where it's sloping off there. So I go out, pop a hole in it, stick a flag in it. Ice will be melting off over the next couple of days, and we'll get out here and start catching some rats. One word of caution or advice, I guess, when you're going to flag these, don't come in over where they're coming in. All you do is sit there and fall through their house, the tunnel. Always come in from the side. I pop a hole usually, set the flag on the right side when I'm facing it, so when I'm setting a trap, I'm facing the other way, so it's still, you know, I set to the right of the flag. But either way, you can find the hole. But we'll go over here and we'll get some of these flagged. All right, got a good example here of a couple holes. Shadow being a little bit, but you can see that all those air bubbles there, they kind of just go out everywhere until you follow the trail to this hole. And from there, you can see them, they're going out that way, going straight out. They're going out everywhere, probably out to those houses out here. But anyway, that's two bank holes that we're going to put flags on. Here we have a nice bubble trail going out, straight out, again heading out to them lodges over on this side. I'll mark this one. These will be set with either conibears, 110s. I do have some 155s and 160s that I took this extra spring off to make them one spring to gain the extra jaw width. Or here in Missouri, we can use colony traps, 6-inch opening or less. And this would be a perfect candidate for this because it's a straight run. You've seen them other holes, they didn't have a real long straight run to them. And they come in more from the sides. So a little harder to set them with colony traps. But these straight runs like this coming straight in, perfect. You can clean one of these holes out in about 2 days of every rat using it. All right, trappers, we are back at the Muskrat Marsh that we came here 2-3 days ago, flagged to set through the ice. I really thought by now, the day before Thanksgiving, that the ice would have been melted off. That's why we came and flagged them a couple days ago. Standing here, I can see it is open in spots, but there's quite a little bit of ice still through here. So we could have just came today and hit some of these, but still glad we came the other day. I know how many traps I wanted to bring, so come prepared. And this here set right here, gonna wait out here. The ice is rotten. It won't take anything to get through it. You can see the bubbles start right here. Goes out there to the flag. This one here, I bought a colony trap and a 110. Not knowing what I was going to set here, but now I see the trail kind of goes that way. And then there's air bubbles that go out that way. So this will be a 110 area. I'm going to do this one-handed. I forgot to bring my head band. I'll put this on, so I'll do everything one-handed today. Oh yeah, there's a real nice run. This is the way I do it. I don't care if there's ice on or not. Oh, there's an ice run there. I think it might be long enough. A little adjustment down in there. I can get a colony trap in there. What I'm doing is I put my foot in the run and I'm pulling it up. That puts all the dirt on top of the edges instead of shoving it back down inside the run. Got my foot stuck. Yeah, I think we can. Get that right down in there with no issues. I do have my gloves, but we're going to try to bare hand this one. Now I do put a stake on all mine. The way I do it, I run the stake in right beside it and lean it over where the trap is, so when I'm coming out here, no matter which direction I walk out from, I don't step on my trap. I have done that in the past, so that's the system I came up with. If everything goes right, there'll be several rats in that tomorrow, and that's just about as easy as it is. I'm going to set this up here on my buggy. Hope to show everybody these. This is the 110s that I use. I have them all pre-wired, different lengths of wire. This is a little shorter one. Set them. I made these little wood blocks about 30 years ago. Hold the 110s on if they want to stay set. Run that down, put my foot, I actually use my foot, and I'll try to show this. Put my foot in the run, and I'll run this down the side of my foot until I feel the trap hit the top of my foot. I'll take my foot out, and then I'll shove it down about 2 more inches. That'll get it right on the bottom of the run. They'll go right through there. There's wire, they swings them out of the way so they're not blocking the holes from the other rats. And it'll be there for me, and the next day, take it out, reset it. But we'll show this a little bit more when we put a couple. All right, Madtrapper here. Thanksgiving Day. I come here yesterday. The duck marsh that we put in the video here a little bit. Set 27 sets, 7 colonies, and 20 110 conibears. Checked 5 sets so far, and I've taken 6 rats. One a little bitty dink, had 2 in one colony, and all the 110s had 1. So far I'm over 100%. I will film this little section between, there's one down there, hard to kind of see the stakes in the tall grass, one straight here in front of us. Anyway, going up through here, going up toward the duck blind up there, both sides. I'll film this in its entirety and see what we catch, and show you how I'm making the sets. All right, here we go to the first check on this side, and it looks very good. We got looks like a muskrat tail sticking up there. Let's hope he's a good size one. Worst thing about these marshes is, especially in a drought year, oh yeah, very good size, is mud's about 2 foot deep. Normally we're up on the bank trapping, not down here. Yeah, that's a good size one there, big old rat. Take him any day. What I do here is I make the holders myself, just I don't know, 1.5 by 1 board, I think they are, treated on a lathe. Now these lathes here, you'll see different ones as we go along, are a lot thicker. Surveyor lathes work great. Some of them are sharpened. They'd cut an edge in this one. Some of them aren't. 110, I just take a 1/4 inch router and a 1/4 inch, and that pretty much fits all my 110s. It's a good little holder, quick. Go down here, find the run. These are the runs that we pre-marked when the ice was on a few days ago. Run it to fill my boot. Run it off to one side of my boot. Push it down till I feel the trap hit my boot. Take my boot out. Push it down a couple more inches to get it closer to the bottom. Now I'm going to reflag all these. Because one thing yesterday setting these I found, looking back at them, you can see some of them, but when they get in these taller weeds, harder to see. So I'm going to ensure that I don't skip any or miss any. I'm going to reflag them. I should have the same number flags put out as I pulled in yesterday. One thing you don't want to do, if you know the run's over here, you don't want to walk in there. You'll fall through. There are runs everywhere. I'm not seeing a rat here, but that don't mean anything. Oh, right there he is. And I like to see him real muddy like that. Usually real muddy like that. Oh, if it don't wash off, it kind of washed off. But a lot of mud on him usually means several other rats have crawled around him or kicked up dirt around him. One thing I do on all these sets is put in a little extra wire. That'll clean the hole back out. Or the run. Will let them kind of swing out of the way and they're not blocking the run. Now this one here, you'll see the stake is cocked over. That's an indicator. Two things. That's a colony trap, and I always kick it over the top of the colony trap so I know what side the colony trap's on, so I don't step down in there and stomp on it. I've done that in the past, especially when I didn't used to flag them at all. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I feel hair right there. Oh yeah, 3. They all look like decent ones. That's good. Can't beat that. Put that right back. Put that there. Put that there. Pick these 3 baby buddies up. Not huge ones. Large, extra large. But pretty nice. And I'm gonna get my boot unstuck. Again, I'm in no water here. I just sunk down in about a little over a foot of mud. And it suctions onto these boots and does not want to let go. So there we go. We are in 3 traps. Again, 3 sets. And caught 5 rats. I'm gonna scoot all these right back up in there so we don't lose them. We'll lay them all out a little bit later when we're done. I love rat trapping, and when you got this kind of rat sign, houses everywhere, it's great. I can already thought we seen the rat and did not. But we definitely got a rat. That works out great. Put that down in there. Another decent sized one. So far, we only caught one little one, and that kind of surprises me. Tomorrow, I'll get the canoe in. Now that the ice just come off last night, it was all covered in ice still yesterday. Most part, brittle ice. Tomorrow, when I get the canoe out and the footholds, which we're going to do a few sets today on some close to bank sets or runs or huts or whatever. We'll show you here. You'll see most of them will probably show activity, but there was my boot high. There was probably a third of them back in the middle of October that was dried out. The drought had dried them down. They had to move into the water a little further to stay in the water. One reason they want me to stay on top of them, I caught 511 off here last year, and I could have caught, like I said, with the holes that I flagged, I could have easily caught another 150, 180, but I couldn't get back at them, so I did leave a lot of rats last year. But they do want me to get them all out here that I can, so that they don't tear up the levees quite as bad. Yep, there we go. We got a blank one there. That one was set off by crap. I probably, when I stepped in the hole in the run, I kicked stuff down inside there, and they shoved it ahead of them into the trap. So I do not like setting, you know, a lot of times you go out here and the run's here and you kind of kick it in. I do not like doing that because all the stuff you kick down in there, I'm twisting my foot so I can feel where this is going. Anyway, all the stuff when you step down through there, all that stuff your foot's taking down in there lays on the bottom, and when they swim through, they push that ahead of them. And that's the first thing that hits your trap. All right, well, I apologize. I ran out of battery. Going up there, checking them about the middle of them sets. As you've seen, battery said 100%. Apparently it wasn't. Anyway, had 20 110 cotton bears out, 7 colony traps out, 27 sets total. And as it would be, I caught 27 muskrats. 24 of them were good ones. 2 of them small ones, very small ones, and actually a third one was, I skinned him for a bobcat set I made. Again, I wanted to get that on video. I put out set 3 muskrat houses up, and what did I do, 4 coyote snares too. And again, sorry, couldn't get them on video setting them, but we'll run them tomorrow and show you how they were put in. Now I'm going to go over here and roll these in paper the way I do it so they dry, and I'll skin them this evening. I'll show how I roll them here shortly. Alright, the way I roll these, I get a bunch of these free press papers. They're advertising papers. Pick them up. I got a couple places that hold the ones left over from previous week when they put the new ones out. I go about 2 pages on them if they're just slightly damp. And that's it. Roll them, set them to the side. I wait. We'll have supper, spend a little time with the family, whatever. Give them a couple hours, and they'll actually be about bone dry. Especially when you get them in there. I mean, I'm pretty dry when I get them home. I got that rack in the back of the buggy with air all around them. I lay them out right. So it's not too hard to dry them. Oh, that's a good size. Different ways to do it. I know some guys tumble them in dryers with the heat elements out of them in dry sawdust. I actually thought about doing that myself, but I don't know about the tumbling to affect the skinning of them, kind of tenderize them, if you will. I don't know. So that's why I've done it for years. It works for me. They're plenty dry to skin shortly. So that's how we do it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.